Okay, hi guys. All right, so we're gonna get pretend fake excited Audrey right now because I don't feel good. So we're just gonna power through this. I really am excited, you guys. This whole month, like, first of all, we're only 8 days in, but I feel like so much has happened. Like, does anybody else feel like that? Like, it's only even 8 days, but it feels like it's been like a lifetime. So I'm just so proud of everyone's effort. We've grown so much and it's been like a whirlwind. I just don't even know what's happening from minute to minute because of the growth that we're experiencing, which is not a bad problem to have. So I'm really, really excited about it. But we're trying to make sure that we're handling it in the best way. Okay. So leadership and I have been doing a lot of like working really closely together, figuring out, how we can get everybody to come in here and not just come in here just to come in here because we want to enroll because we have goals, but because we really want to see people win. Like at the end of the day, if you guys know me at all, like I work really freaking hard trying to make sure that this team is successful, not because of my own personal success, but because I am invested in the things that you guys want for your lives. Like I truly like really want to see you guys be able to win. So I really wanted to just come together for this Zoom, and you're gonna have to bear with me because I don't feel good, so I might have to move positions a few different times. But I wanted to get together on this Zoom, and I kind of wanted to just go over the basics because we have a lot of new faces that are here, and we have a lot of people who are being so patient with me, but also really want to know what the heck we're supposed to be doing. So I want to give you first, before we like hop into like the ins and outs of the things that I planned on covering. I want to just kind of let you guys know that I'm currently working on something that's going to walk all of our new people through 14 full days. So through their entire VIP period, each day, learning new things, and that way there's not confusion. So that way when you bring somebody new in, to walk them through these 14 days. There's not what do I do? How do I teach somebody to be successful? How do I get them to hit their VIPs? Like we're not running around like chickens with our head cut off. We're going to have good systems in place so that we're all set up for success. The new people coming in, they won't have to, be Theo. Sorry guys, I have a horse. The new people coming in won't be confused. The person enrolling won't be confused on how to train them. And there won't be so much chaos. I feel like there's just so much chaos and growth when I should have been preparing for this all along, right? I should have been prepared for this reign and for all of this stuff, this growth. So I wasn't, but everybody who's here, thank you so much for being patient as we're transitioning, and we're really just like improving what we currently do. So with that being said, I'm going to just kind of go over just a little bit of what we're going to get out of the first 14 days. If you guys have specific questions, anybody who's brand new, or, even if you've been here for a while, if you have something that you want me to cover, if you could just drop it into the chat, I have it open so I will see that. And I'll make sure to cover it while we're on here. So that way everyone's questions are answered. And I am recording this, so you can always go back and rewatch. So we are going to no longer go through all those really long videos that people are being tagged in to start with. Okay, so now we're going to transition away from those, and we're going to break it down into days. So we're going to go over just a little bit of what you're going to learn. So day one, we're going to cover people's why. Why are you here? What are your goals? What are you running after? What made you want to even click that submit button? And then we're going to explain in detail VIPs, which if anybody's in here that is confused with how to earn a VIP, can you just drop that in the chat? Because I will go into detail with that right now if you need me to. Promoter packs, that's something I really want to cover while we're on here, just because I think that it's really important for everyone to understand the importance of why we enroll with promoter packs. And then what they do for all of us. Somebody just dropped VIP, and that's because I haven't worked with her yet. She's been waiting for me all day long while I've been working on this document. So I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Thank you for being patient. Let me explain the VIPs really fast. They're really, honestly, it's such a simple goal. It's basically doing the same thing twice, and you have 14 days to do it. Okay. So the first goal is VIP 800. And what that is 2 promoters with promoter packs, like all of you joined with, and then 2 customers on auto ship, and then a total of 800 in volume. So once you do that, you earn $400 cash bonus that's paid out the next Tuesday. And then you also earn $100 in free product credit. Okay. So that's what you get for that VIP 800. If you do that again, so VIP 1600 would be that doubled. So another 2 promoters on packs, another 2 auto ship customers, total of 100 or 106, 1600 in volume, and that would give you another $400 bonus plus another $100 in product credit. Okay, so it's doing the same thing twice within a 2-week period. If, let's say, for instance, you had 2 promoters on $200 packs and then had $200 orders, that would be 2, 4, 5, 6, 600 in volume. So that would mean that you weren't to that 800 in sales yet, right? So you might need to add, another 2 customers or whatever it is to get to that $800 goal, to hit that, because you have to have the 800 in volume. So those are the minimum packs and customers, but you have to have that total 800. So does that make sense? That's like that's the first goal. Here's the importance of packages. Okay. So when somebody comes in, the company has set up success, like going VIP, your VIP 1600, that's literally what you do. Like you do that, and then you teach other people how to do that. Not everyone hits their VIPs, and that doesn't determine your success here. Most of, a few of my leaders actually have not hit them. Roxy didn't hit them. Jessica, I don't know if Jessica hit them. But I'm just saying, like, they're here, they're seeing success. The VIPs don't determine it. It's just an extra incentive in the beginning. Okay. So I don't want anybody to let that deter them if they don't hit them. That's always our first goal though, because that's how you build volume here. Okay. So when we bring in a promoter pack, that volume stacks very fast. So if you were to be in your VIP period and you enrolled 2 people on $400 packs, okay, that's already 800 in volume right there. Then you just have to enroll 2 little customer orders and you're already to your first goal. So those promoter packs stack volume really fast. So that's one thing that's very important with them. For the new people that are enrolling on a promoter pack, it sets them up for success. This isn't a selfish thing to enroll somebody on a pack. It actually sets them up for success. It gives them enough product to, 1, have a product testimony. We want people to have integrity when they're speaking about a product. I don't want people pretending to use something. I want them to actually have it. Second, it also sets them up for being able to sell samples. Selling samples is how a lot of people grow their businesses. If you get the products in somebody's hands for 3 days, they fall in love with it, they want to order or become a promoter with you. So being able to have that ability to have enough product to be able to sell samples and use the product so that you have your own testimony is really huge. So that's another really big reason why I always will suggest somebody to enroll on a promoter pack. Another thing is you guys, as you're here now, like you're here to make money, right? Like we're here to get compensation. When you enroll a promoter pack, you get what's called a fast start bonus. A fast start bonus is you get paid off of that pack that you just sold. Okay. So similar to doing retail sales, except for it's not a percentage, it's a flat rate. If you enroll a $200 pack, that's $30 on your next paycheck. Or $40, it's one of the two. I know the higher two for sure. If you enroll a $400 pack, that's $80 on your next paycheck. And then if you enroll an $800 pack, that's $140 on your next paycheck. Okay. And then let me explain this. And this is where your paycheck starts to max out. And for all the new people on here that have been saying they want to know about compensation, enrolling promoters and teaching them to be successful and then duplicating that down, that's how you max out your paycheck. When you have somebody, let's say Hope enrolled Susie and Susie enrolls Barbara. I don't know where these names are coming from, but it's fine. When Susie enrolled Barbara, she enrolled on a $400 pack. So Susie got 80 And guess what Hope gets? Hope gets 40 because Susie just enrolled Barbara. So it trickles back up to you. So when you're bringing somebody in, you're setting them up for success. And now you're also setting yourself up for success, because when you brought somebody, let's say you brought somebody in on a minimum order. Okay. So like they come in, they sign up on $100 order. Can I just be honest with everyone? That's what I did. When I joined here, I signed in a $100 order. I bought capsules and shakes, and that was it. And I wish to God my enroller would have waited until I had the money to buy a pack, because for a year and a half, I let that deter me from signing people on packs. I brought every single person in here on a $100 order up until the last 6 months. I never enrolled packages for over a year, and my paychecks showed it. Even as a 40K leader, I was making less than what I've made this entire year because I wasn't enrolling those. I wasn't using the compensation plan the way that it was created. And so I just want to let you guys know the importance of them now when you're in the beginning of not only doing it yourself, but then repeating that and duplicating that down, because it's not a selfish thing. It's really, honestly, I always felt like it was so selfish. Like, oh my God, how could I sign somebody on a $400 pack when I don't even know if they're going to be successful? Well, guess what? That success is not rely on me. At the end of the day, this is all of our own personal businesses. We have a ton of resources at our fingertips. So we don't have to put that on ourselves. If somebody invests that money and then they choose not to invest, to take in the time, that's on them. That's not on me. So it's not selfish for me to try to set them up for success. Okay. So I just want to go over that now. The $100 pack, isn't that the 2-week package? No, we don't have access to those customer packs. The $100 pack, the 2-week pack, the 4-week pack, we don't have access to those unless we set up auto ships as promoters. So the $100 minimum order, you would just have to buy like capsules and shakes, but I literally don't do that anymore. I haven't done that for 6 months. If somebody doesn't have the money, I don't enroll them. And I know that sounds, some people, will be like, well, that's kind of messed up. Like, what if they don't have the money? Well, then they need to find it, because this is a business. And when you invest in yourself, you take it more seriously. When you come in here and most of the people that I enrolled on $100 packs aren't sitting on this Zoom right now. Can I tell you that? Every single person who's invested themselves in a package, they're on here because they invested in themselves, because this is a business. And people who didn't, they're not sitting here. They don't take it as serious. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just the truth. Okay. So that's my little speech on promoter packs. The next thing we're going to go over is we're going to go over how to earn free product credit. It is so stupid simple. When you hit your VIPs, you lock in your free product credit within your first month, because you literally just need 2 auto ship customers within a month to be able to earn it. So if you have more than 2, they're going to take your 2 highest auto ship customers, add those 2 orders together, divide it in half, and that's how much you get in your product credit. Okay. So you can actually figure out how much your product credit is prior if you wanted to. On the first of every month, you can see your pending credits in your credit part in your back office. And then on the second, they load of every single month. As long as you have your 2 auto ship customers that run, you have to make sure they ordered on auto ship. We've had that confusion in the past where 2 customers have ordered, but one of them wasn't on auto, so they didn't get their credits. So we have to make sure that they order on auto ship. It's the best thing for them. If anybody's like, well, how do you get people to do an auto ship? Like auto ship, it's like almost like the word, right? When somebody says an auto ship, I don't even tell my customers. Can I just be honest? I enroll my customers myself. So I just tell them, okay, yeah, I can set up your account for you. I'll get everything in the cart. And then I typically go to them. This is how much it costs. Do you want to go ahead and get me that payment information? I'll apply it and then I'll delete it out of my message history. And most of the time people do that. Sometimes people are like, I want to do it myself. So I send them their login information. But I don't say anything about an auto ship because our auto ships are not forced. Like they can cancel it at any time. So when I go to them, because I always, if you sign them up on an auto ship, you have to make sure you go back to your customers. Don't allow it to run without speaking to them because you're not telling them that it's going to run again. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. Okay. But you can go to them because we have 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, and the 25th that run auto ship. So just check and see what days you have them. You go to that person. Hey, I just want to check on you. How is everything going? Did you want to keep your products the same or did you want to change them? Like, I assume that they're going to order again. I don't come to them and be like, hey, did you still want to order? No, I go to them in the posture of, you're going to order again. You love the product. Do you want me to change anything, add anything, try something new, or do you want to keep it the same? And most of the time, I don't use my credits because I have so much product here. Every now and then I'll just buy a big pack and I use that here. And then I use my credits to leverage for customers. So when I go to a customer and they say they're going to stay, I just say, okay, great. I'm going to send you $15 in credits to cover your shipping. And that's how I maintain retention, because I take care of them. I make sure that they know that I'm here to change anything if they need it, or, they know that they have me as a resource and it's not just I sign them up and I leave them. Okay. If we have 2 to 3 customers each ordered 30-day supply, not auto, can we go in and change that? You can't change their initial order. Their initial order has to be set up as an auto ship. So you'd have to have 2 additional auto ship orders. It's always best, even if let's say the person doesn't want you to set up their account at all. Can I just tell you how you're going to tell them how to set it up an auto ship? Just tell them they're going to save money. It actually, like, even just the capsules are $14 more without an auto ship, like just the capsules alone. Like, if they were to order the 3 steps without an auto ship, outrageous. Okay. It doesn't make sense. So I always just, if somebody is weird about me making their account, which I don't come across that very often, I do explain, okay, when you go in, just make sure you click it on auto ship. You can cancel, change, pause, delete anytime. And without that, I got distracted. My mind is like all over the place, but anyways, yes, you have to have 2 customers on auto ship. You can't change their order once it's initially placed. But you can always have them set up for an auto ship later. So yes, TAC is $80 without auto ship. On auto ship, it's only $64. Like, that's a big difference. Like, so it makes sense for people to run on auto ship, especially when they can change the month. Like, there's so many things they can do. They can change the day. They can pause it for a whole month, 2 months. They can delete it completely. They can change what's in it. Like, there's so many different options. They're not forced into anything. So if anybody has questions, just feel free to explain that to them. Like, this is totally on you. Like, if you choose to order again, great. If you choose to cancel, great. Either way, like, I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to lock you into anything. So we just want to make that clear to our customers. And then into day 2, with this new training modules that we're creating. Day 2, we're going to go in depth on IPAs. Okay. So IPAs, income producing activities, that's how we build our business. Okay. That's literally the bread and butter of how you're going to build to, whatever rank it is that you have in your mind, is by doing these small daily tasks, compounded over time. Right. So, I'm going to pull up I don't know if it's going to take my face away when I open this up. So just, if I go away, just, can you still see me? I don't know. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Let me see. I'm going to just go through. I don't have a good brain right now, so I need to go through my things. Okay. So as far as like going into our IPAs, one of the first things that we're going to cover is posting on your page and your story. This is huge. Okay. Because you can't really run a business on social media if you're not active on social media. Okay. So that's one of the first things that I want everybody to know. You have to be active on social media if you want to be able to run it. Now, I don't want you to turn into a Thrive robot and have a Thrive name tag and just be super Lavelle. Like, this company is awesome. These products are awesome. But what is going to build a business is you being you. Okay. So don't lose yourself in becoming a Lavelle promoter. Okay. We want you to share the products. We want you to share why you're here. We want you to be bold and brave and share all those things, but we also want you to remember who you are and still share those things. So if you're a mom, share your kids, share whatever, share what you normally shared prior. And if you didn't share anything like me before you started a business like this, just share something. Start sharing something other than this, because we don't want people to get turned off and be like, okay, she joined this company and she turned into a robot. Like, that's not what we want here. We want to bring you and just add this in. So posting on your stories and your your stories. I'm going to actually go through and teach you guys, not right now, but I am creating something and I'll have it. I promise I'll have it out in the next couple, hopefully tomorrow, how to create stories. Okay. Step by step, how to use, I know I saw multiple people say, I need to learn how to make these. Like, honestly, guys, it's so simple. I'm going to share with you guys if you have pen and paper, I can share with you guys my content creation apps that I do suggest. Most of the time I use Instagram, just to be completely honest, but I do have apps that I can go into and create from. So let me list those off to you really quick. Okay. I have them typed out right here. Okay. So the number one app that I love is called Unfold. UNFOLD, Unfold. There's a free version available. Another app that I use all the time is called Over. Literally OVER. There's a free version available of that too. You can use PixArt. You can use Canva. I love Canva. That's how I create all of our graphics for our Zooms. Storylux, which is STORYLUXE, and then Story Art. So those are the six that I would suggest if you're looking into doing it outside of Instagram. But I think the best place to start, to be completely honest, when you're brand new, is just to start working through Instagram. Like, you can always play around with those as you go and figure out which ones you like best and everything. But Instagram is just so simple, you guys. Like, literally, you pick a picture. I don't know if you know how to get to your stories, you just swipe to the side. That's how you get to your story. Your camera roll is going to be at the bottom. Just pick a random picture and then you can write little words on it and you just save it as you go. So like, let's say I wanted to write like about, my daughter saying that she wanted to join me. I could write like, this is my baby girl, she's about to turn 18. And then I could save, and then I could delete those words and write the next words that I wanted. Right. And then save that slide and then delete those words and write the next words. And then at the end, when I go back to my camera roll, all of those slides are going to be there, and then I can go upload them into Instagram and then Facebook stories. Right. So it's really, really honestly very simple, but showing up like that on a daily basis with your products, making sure that you're showing your behind the scenes. Right. And when I say behind the scenes, I don't just mean like one random picture of like your dog. I mean, like, share who you are. Like, get on there. If you're a goofy, like you're like a little like quirky or whatever, like, show your personality. People are going to get attached to who you are, and they're going to be like, dude, I really like this girl. Like, I'm vibing with her. Like, I feel like I know her, and that's what you want. You want people to feel like they know you. So that when you do get on the phone with them, like, I get on the phone with people and like, they like will literally talk to me like they have known me for years, and I've never talked to them before, but we have that relationship because we've built it through social media. So before I ever even get on the phone and hear their voice for the first time, they already feel like they know who I am because I've let them in on my life and everything that I do. So that's the first IPA. You're making sure that you're doing your posting. You're posting on both feeds, and then your stories behind the scenes of products, putting your products on your stories, and then your, I cannot think, your opportunity story. Sorry guys, I swear I'm like so off. I'm like sweating. I'm like having like cold sweats. It's like ridiculous. But anyways, after that, you're going to do growing your network. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of tips. I'm not going to go into all this detail because otherwise we'll be here for quite some time and I don't want to keep you too long. But growing your network, I'm going to give you my best tips for doing that. On Facebook, add yourself. If you're not already active in some groups, like you're connected with some different groups on Facebook, find some groups. Okay. Figure out what you like. For me, like I'm in like 5 different Great Dane groups because I'm a Great Dane. I am a Great Dane mama. Okay. I have a Great Dane right here. And then I'm in some mom groups because I'm a mom. Those are kind of savage. Be careful. And then I'm in like some foodie groups. I'm in some local groups because I want to get to, network with people that live around me as well. So I add myself into multiple groups like in a week. Okay. So I'm constantly bringing new groups for me to go to. But when I go into those groups, that's where I find people to add from. Okay. Because I go into the members and I go to the new members because I know that none of them are going to rake me over the coals if they get a friend request from me. Don't accidentally add an admin of a group, you guys. Trust me, I've been there, done that. They will literally screenshot it and call you out in front of the whole group, and then you'll get called a pyramid scheme lady and everything else. Okay. So just don't do it. Learn from my mistakes and just go to the news section. I open up people's profiles. I look at them. I want to see, when you go to the group members, scroll down, there's a section that says new to the group. And so a lot of times it might say previewing. So you click on their page and you can kind of see if their page immediately comes up and they're just like super negative or like just not my jam, I don't add them. I'm not just adding people to add people. You want to add intentionally. You want to be like, okay, I can, like, this girl's cute. Like, she's got, 2 kids, like, whatever. Like, that's what I look for. I look for people who just not that look like they might want the business or look like they might need the business. Like, that's not in my head when I'm adding. I'm literally looking for people that I feel like I could connect with as a friend. Okay. So don't have a business mindset when you're going to add people, because we're not adding people because we're like hungry, like hyenas, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what we're doing here. We're here to make connections with people. This is a relationship business. So the more that you can connect with somebody, that always comes. Okay. That's going to come on its own. God, it sounds like my husband's like killing my son in the bath right now. This is being recorded, so that's great. Anyways, next, after you're growing your network, that's how I do it on Facebook. On Instagram, I do it a couple of different ways. Sometimes I might look up a local, spot around me, like maybe a restaurant that I really love that I go to frequently. I'll look at the post of people who posted there, and I'll follow people. And that's how I follow people who, 1, frequent places that I go, 2, are in my area, and 3, vibe with me. Right. And then, I also search hashtags of things that like relate to me. So maybe like hashtag Texas moms or something like that. And then I can find people that way. And then sometimes, honestly, like when I'm going through and I'm interacting with people, if I see that they got a lot of engagement on a post, I typically will go into the likes, and I'll, like, just for the first like little bit, I'll open up those profiles and see, because I connected with this post and so did these people, I'll probably vibe with these people too. So that's sometimes how I do it. I'll kind of interact and follow on Instagram. So those are my tips on adding to your network. The next thing is going to be engaging. You guys, this is literally relationship business. Engagement is one of the most important things that you will do to be able to grow your business. Okay. So when you're engaging with somebody, that's now going to feed your stuff into their page as well. And then it creates this connection where they're just like, who is this girl? Like, she keeps commenting on my stuff. And then they start to watch your stuff, and then they become like attached to what you're doing, because you're talking about your life. You're talking about who you are. You're not only talking about, this awesome patch on your foot, like, you're talking about who you are as a person, as a, just, yeah, whatever, what I'm talking about. So you're going to engage with people. And when I say engage, I don't mean like, oh my God, you're so pretty, or like, that's such a cute dress. Like, I mean, you can say those things if that's what you're really thinking, but like, be genuine. Like, I try to treat every single person that I am like, interacting with as if they're my best friend. Like, I've known them forever. Like, I comment on people's stuff and I'm like, sis, yes. Like, oh my God, I was just doing that the other, like, I'll have conversation with them just like I would anybody that I've known I treat everybody exactly the same. I don't try to sound any different. I just try to be myself, because that's how I connect with people. I just got a warning, so I have 10 minutes. Sorry for keeping you guys on here so long. So anyways, engaging on your newsfeed, growing your network, self-development, huge. When I first started in this industry 4 years ago, I was like, I'm here to make a paycheck. Why are you trying to tell me that I need to read a book? It's not what I signed up for. And I remember feeling like that. Like, I don't need to listen to a podcast. I don't need to read a book. Like, I just need you to tell me how to build a business. And I did that for like my first year. And then I started having harder times. I started having a difficult time with my business. And I realized that's why I should have been doing self-development the whole time, because that would have prevented me from going so low or feeling like everything's falling apart. And it's necessary. Your business grows when your mind grows. You can only go so far as your mind will let you. So if your mind is at a level of where you think that you only can go to, 2000 in volume, I promise you, your mind will never let you pass that amount until you grow it. Like, literally will never. It's a mind thing. It's so strange. And I never really believed that it was true until I really saw it. Like, your mind can't go, like, it won't allow you. no matter what. If you believe something so crazy, like the fact that I believe that we can go 80K when we finish off the month at exactly 40 last month sounds insane, but I believe that within my heart. And I promise you, like, I really see, I like literally feel like my heart beats fast when I say it because I believe that it's going to happen. Like I believe it with everything. Like, sorry, my family's literally losing their shish around me. But I'm almost done. What do you feel is more productive, interacting on stories or timelines in this Insta post? I think that it's productive to do all of it. So when I break my IPAs up, if I was by my board, I would show you, but I do 5-minute intervals of interacting on Facebook stories, Instagram timelines, and Facebook timelines. And I don't always do it necessarily like timelines. Sometimes I go into my stories and whoever looked at them, I go and interact with those people. They're actively watching my stories on a daily basis. So I'm going to go interact with them. They're watching me. So every now and then I'll screenshot who's watching all those stories so I can go intentionally interact with them. But I don't think one is more productive than the other. I think that doing 5-minute intervals of interacting in all of those areas is very important because I think that you hit multiple different people. Sometimes you're going to see people in your stories that you wouldn't have seen on your timeline. And so you get to interact with more people. Okay. There you go. And then yes, like Roxy said, when you interact on stories, it goes straight to their DMs. Like it goes into their messages. And so it's a more intimate interaction than on timelines, which is why I typically do when I'm going into look at those people's profiles that have looked at mine, I do their profile and then I go to their story if they have one. So I always am going to interact with somebody's story if they have one, if I'm going directly to their page. If I'm interacting on stories, obviously I'm already on there. Tiffany, you see the same people every day. So on your stories, you got to scroll down. That's another thing. Like when you're looking at your stories, like on Facebook, scroll past because it's always going to put your most frequently watched at the top. So if you're watching mine every day, I'm always going to be at the top of your shit. Okay. Stop watching mine. Stop watching it. Stop watching Thrivers. Just watch yourself and watch your potentials. Okay. I promise you, like every now and then to see it and, you know, get some ideas or whatever, it's fine. But I think that it's more of a distraction to see other Thrivers than it is to exactly mute them. Don't do it. I won't ever look at your stuff. You have to ask me. I will never go look at your stories on my own unless it just randomly pops up and I'm like, oh, look, I have a minute, you know, but I don't usually because I don't want Thrivers to be popping up in my stuff. I want my potentials. So the more that you look at those, they're going to pop up your most recent or what you look at the most. So scroll down on your stories and then you'll start to see some new stuff. And then on your Instagram, you can just swipe to the right. And the further that you go is the least interacted with. So you just scroll really far past and then you can start interacting with some news people and then those people will start popping up in your front part. So those are the things that we're going to cover. We're going to go in really into depth. Over the 14 days, we're going to have different challenges halfway through. We'll have on the 7th day of somebody's newbie period, it's going to be like do a one-on-one with your enroller. So if you enroll somebody at the 7th day, we're going to have you do a one-on-one with them and just check in on their progress, see if they have any questions, you know, go over everything in detail. And then it's going to be kind of like a little, like not a graduation, but like you're going to, at the end of the 14 days, like you should have enough confidence and knowledge to be able to duplicate this down now. Okay. So that's the goal here is we're going to try to make it as smooth as possible so that it's not like this ever how it has been the last week of just like madness of everybody, you know, having questions and everything. And, you know, everyone's being pulled in a million different directions. Before this cuts me off, I want you guys to know that I'm always here to answer questions, but we have some really amazing leaders on here. There's Roxy, wave Roxy. Okay. There's Roxy. There's Courtney, she wave. Okay. Christina up there. I don't know if she's up there for you guys. And then Jessica, she has her picture right there, but she's right there. All of these people, like everyone can answer questions. Okay. I just want you to know there's not one person just because of a rank that doesn't make you a leader here. We're all leaders. We're all a team. We're all a tribe, whether you just came in or you've been here with me for 2 years. But these girls, I work with them on a very regular basis to try to make this tribe run smoothly. And so if you need anything, they are always there. So if you're not vibing with me on something, they will be more than happy for you to walk into their inbox and ask them questions. And there's nothing weird. You don't have to only speak to your enroller. We're all a team. So even if you're not personally enrolled by me, even if you're not personally enrolled by Roxy, Courtney, anybody, they will talk to you. They will help you. Okay. So if you can't get a hold of me or whatever, the tribe chat is a great resource. But if you want to talk to somebody one-on-one, all of us are always available. So I wanted to make that clear that you don't have to just come to me because I enrolled you. If somebody does something that you're really interested in, or you vibe with them, go talk to them. They'd be happy to do that. Even like new people and everybody, like we don't have to be weird about who we talk to. We're all friends. We're all one big happy family. But anyways, it's about to cut me off. I hope that this helped give some take away some confusion for our newbies. I promise I am like literally working myself to the bone to try to get this up and running so that we stop having all the confusion. So just bear with me because I am, sick and trying to do all of it at one time. So thank you for your patience. And if, like I said, if anybody needs anything, everyone's available. So I will talk to you guys later. If you need anything, we all know where to find each other. All right, bye guys.